Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Noah from Perpetual Shelves. I'm not used to saying that. I'm making this video to capitalize off of the 2 new subscribers I have and all the comments. I figured it was imperative. So we're gonna start off. I had to think of something unique, so we're gonna do a poetry reading. So this is God's Grandeur by Gerard Manley Hopkins, and I'm probably gonna do this every video. You ready? I'm reading it from a screen behind the camera. The world is charged with the grandeur of God. It will flame out like shining from shook foil. It gathers to a greatness like the ooze of oil crushed. Why do men then now not wreck his rod? Generations have trod, and all is seared with trade, bleared, smeared with toil. And where is man's smudge, and shares a man's smell? The soil is bare now, nor can foot feel being shod. And for all this, nature is never spent. There lives the dearest freshness deep down things. And though the last lights off the black west went, O morning at the brown brink eastward springs, because the Holy Ghost over the bent world broods with warm breast and with bright wings. All right, so today, that was Gerard Manley Hopkins' poem, God's Grandeur. So today we're going to talk about Nathanael West's Miss Lonelyhearts. This is a book, I got a little bit of notes. So Nathanael West was born in 1903 in New York. I believe he was friends with F. Scott Fitzgerald. I did a little bit of research before this, but I'm kind of winging it. He lived a good life. He was relatively unknown in his time. He published Day of the Locust, which I believe is a satirical look at like Hollywood. I think that's his most popular work, and I think it's also his last, but don't quote me on that. So he was born in New York. He died in 1940 in El Centro, California. So he wasn't very old. Mrs. Lonelyhearts is a novella published in 1933, and let me see this thing. This edition is a New Directions paper book. This edition is 58 pages. So if you want to read it, whether or not you actually care or not, it's 58 pages. So to a lot of people, that's nothing. But like I said, I'm looking from some notes, but it is a black comedy set during the Great Depression in New York. So Miss Lonelyhearts is a newspaper columnist that gives advice to people in need, people that are lonely, people that have been victims of unrequited love. And I'm not going to spoil anything. I debated on summarizing or spoiling anything, but basically, he's, like I said, he's a columnist that writes to people, and in the book, there's letters he receives, and he responds in ways he sees fit. The major themes of this book are themes of extreme disillusionment, especially in the 1930s. We all know that's Depression time. There's touches of religion, escapism through religion, escapism through drinking, escapism through drugs, depression, sexual affairs, things of that nature. What I thought of the book was, I enjoyed it. I had just came off of reading, Desert Solitaire by Edward Abbey, and a little bit of Swan's Way. So I thought it was an okay book. It's pretty funny in some parts. There's a lot of escapades, a lot of thirsty escapades, if you know what I mean. And there's a lot of humor, a lot of irony in this book. So if you like, it's a black comedy. So if you like any of that, I would just give this a shot. It's 58 pages, so you can probably read it in an hour or two. I actually took 3 days to read it, but only because I'm in school. I'm in college. I have a girlfriend. I got 2 cats. I have to eat, sleep, and take a shower. So it took me 3 days to do that. but that's not a reflection of the quality of the book. Overall, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I made some notes, just like, this is a used book, by the way, and I don't want to like dox anybody, but this says Michael Latham, 1992. I hope he's doing well. Let me see. A lot of references to Christ. Escapism through religion is like one of the big themes. I did a little bit of research. There's also these two professors that viewed this novel through a Marxist lens, and I can see where they're coming from, because a lot of the action, a lot of the events in this book seemingly come from a place where like advice, like newspaper advertisements, columns, it's all prevalent because of systemic problems and the fallacy that is trying to find a personal solution to your problems when the system is so broken that is no longer possible. And I think that's still relevant today for a lot of people. So let me see. My favorite part of this book is on page 34. This kind of sums up a lot of the book, and I just don't want to spoil it, but here we go. You dedicate your life to the pursuit of pleasure. No overindulgence, mind you, but knowing that your body is a pleasure machine, you treat it carefully in order to get the most out of it. Golf, as well as booze, Philadelphia Jack O'Brien and his chest weights, as well as Spanish dancers. Nor do you neglect the pleasures of the mind. You fornicate under pictures by Matisse and Picasso. You drink from Renaissance glassware, and often you spend an evening beside the fireplace with Proust and an apple. Alas, after much good fun, the day comes when you realize that soon you must die. But no, that's like, that passage right there is a snapshot of mostly the entirety of the book. That's about it. First time trying to do a review. I'm probably bad at it, but yeah, I would give it a shot. It's literally 58 pages. I can't speak for other editions. I found this at my local used bookstore on like kind of an employee recommendation desk. It's just like a random desk in the middle of the hallway. But yeah, deuces.